Inheritance of ashes. The moment came in silence. No screams, no betrayal flung like daggers across a dinner table. Just a signature, slanted, firm, familiar, on a document I wasn't supposed to see. It was late, the house quiet. Rain tapped the windows like a metronome, marking the death of something I hadn't realized was still alive in me. I only opened the envelope because my father never left things on my desk, not without a reason. Real estate transfer. My name missing, her name present, and his. Sarah and Adil. My wife, my younger brother. $500 million in assets. My assets. Companies I built, buildings I breathed into existence. Towers that broke the skyline because I refused to break first. And now, gifted, like souvenirs, as if I died quietly in my sleep. I sat there staring at the signature, his name, my father's hand, and I wondered how long it had been shaking before it betrayed me. It wasn't rage, not yet, just a low humming beneath the ribs, like a motor warming up, or something darker, deeper, waiting for ignition. I stared at Sarah the next morning over coffee. She smiled, wore the robe I bought her in Milan, asked if I'd be late again tonight. I said yes. And Adil? He texted me a meme later that day, a stupid, grinning cartoon. "Bro, this you?" I laughed back, because now I knew something they didn't. I was awake. They'd always whispered behind smiles. I'd seen shadows in glances, heard pauses in phone calls. But I'd told myself the world wasn't that cruel. Not family, not her, certainly not him. But cruelty doesn't arrive with horns. It wears the face you kiss goodnight and calls you brother when it thinks you aren't listening. I didn't sleep for weeks, but I worked, ordered records, quietly, had a friend in Dubai pull satellite timestamps on their travel, checked the financial flows, hotels, properties, calls, deleted messages from shared devices. The numbers danced, but I followed the rhythm. Sarah had been in Lahore when she said she was with her mother in Murray. Adil had rented an apartment under a shell name 6 floors below our penthouse development. He'd asked me once how long the security footage was archived. I said a month. He smiled. "It's archived forever." I lied. In the footage, 2 people, a hand at the small of her back, a kiss, her arms pulling him close like he'd built the walls around her, like I hadn't. My father? He was already slipping when I confronted the doctors. Memory loss, early signs, but lucid enough to make decisions. Family must stay united, he'd said when I asked about his will 2 years ago. But unity isn't built on loyalty. It's forged in betrayal. I printed the documents, quietly, 27 pages, a map of every lie, photos, signatures, dates, video stills, messages retrieved from the cloud, even the offshore trust. She'd opened it 5 months after our wedding, listed herself and Adil as joint beneficiaries. The meeting was in my father's old office, the table long, the chairs empty except for the 2 of them. I slid the folder across the polished wood, watched their faces pale with each turn of the page. No yelling, no accusations, just a question. "Did you ever plan to tell me?" Sarah's voice cracked. "It's not what it looks like." But I wasn't looking at her. Adil leaned forward, swallowed hard. "We were going to. It just, Dad said." I stood. "You didn't take it from me," I said. "You borrowed it from a man who no longer exists. I didn't fight for it. I made them keep it. Every building, every brick, every office built from my blood. I left it all behind, transferred my remaining shares, gave full controlling interest to Sarah and Adil. No lawyers, no delay. But I took one thing with me, the truth. I sent it to the board, to the media, to the tenants of every tower I'd built. The headline, "The 500 Million Lie," inside the betrayal of a bloodline. I didn't use their names, but I didn't need to. Every photo, every document, every timestamp was precise, cold, verified. They'd never be prosecuted. I didn't want justice. I wanted exile. By the time they realized the world no longer saw them as visionary heirs, but as parasites feeding on a fading legacy, it was too late. Adil resigned from the company 3 weeks later. Sarah filed for divorce within the month. I didn't respond to either. Sometimes I drive by the towers. They still stand, glass teeth against the skyline. Empty, untouched, cold, just like I left them. Adil moved to Istanbul. Sarah is back in Karachi, pretending to be an influencer. I don't care. I rebuilt in silence. Different cities, new structures, no names on the doors. I walk through those lobbies alone. Nobody knows my face. That's the way I like it. Because I learned something in the fire. It's not what you build that defines you. It's what you survive. And I survived them. The final page of the newspaper article still sits in my wallet. Just one line I clipped for myself. The empire still stands, but the king walked away.